dear learners, I welcome you all to this module on Features of Technical Communication in Writing as part of the MOOC on Introduction to Functional English. I am Dr. Pallavi Gogoi of Krishnakanta Handike State Open University. In the previous modules, you must have gathered sufficient ideas on grammar in context, models in conversation, and formal and informal speech. The present module takes up a detailed study on technical communication, technical writing, and online writing. So the main objectives of this module are to explain the term technical communication, compare and contrast between technical writing and general writing, discuss the features of technical communication, discuss the requirements of functional grammar for technical communication, explain the origin, scope, and development of online and offline communication. So the present module takes up a detailed discussion on features of technical communication with particular emphasis on technical writing. Before we delve into its details, let us first look into the general purpose and importance of written communication and writing itself. It is known that writing is the most common form of communication, and written communication is an integral part of our day-to-day lives, right from our early to adult years of education, as well as our personal to professional communication. Writing is an art of expressing oneself aptly through the correct use of words that conveys, communicates, and convinces the reader at the receiving end of the writer's thoughts, reflections, feelings, intent, ideas, opinions, perceptions, perspectives, etc. In order to develop one's skills of writing, it is important to develop a good vocabulary, gain a good knowledge of grammar and punctuation, practice techniques or formats of different types of writings, and to develop a personal style of expression. When one is able to creatively express or communicate what he or she thinks, imagines, and feels through the apt usage of written words, it makes the writer easily understood to others. In order to acquire good writing skills, one must always read and write extensively. Have you ever tried to discover the writer in you? You may pause to think about it. Now, if we focus on writing skills, the Handbook of Technical Writing, before highlighting aspects of technical writing, it delves on the writing process, discussing the 5 important aspects of successful writing, namely preparation, research, organization, writing, and revision. The task of effectively writing any type or form of text, such as notes, articles, reports, resumes, blogs, or email, among a host of others, necessitates the use of these 5 specific aspects. While preparing to write, we must reflect first on its purpose or requirement, followed by the chosen format of writing, target audience, the scope, and the outcomes or takeaways from the written text. This is to be followed by a thorough research on the topic or subject of writing, making proper notes and verifying the sources of information. Next, the writing shall require a certain structured form, that is, organization of all the information that have been gathered through careful study and research. Then, it is time to put everything together and to pour it into one's writing. Finally, it will require a proper revision that would include editing and proofreading so that the final draft is free from any form of error in grammar, punctuation, terminology, spelling, sentence constructions, facts, figures, etc. These are some of the basic guidelines to effective writing, whether it concerns one's general writing or more specialized technical writing. So now, what is technical communication? While you may be familiar with the terms such as written communication, or verbal communication, or non-verbal communication, the term technical communication may be more new to you. Here we shall discuss briefly about technical communication. The entire world thrives on effective communication and networking. We are part of the technology-driven 21st century, where information, communication, and technology connects the entire world, creating newer heights of possibilities. Today, technological skills and competency is necessary in our day-to-day lives. If we look at our own lives, technology and technical gadgets have entered into our lives to such an extent that most of us are continuously drawn and dependent on it all. Can you imagine if these gadgets came without an instruction or user's manual? What would be your response if these gadgets came with a manual that was not user-friendly or written in the most confusing manner? Therein comes the role of technical communication and the technical writer. Thus, technical communication involves technical content developing through the apt use of language by an expert technical writer in any specialized field of knowledge. A technical writer must have the required technical knowledge combined with the talent and aptitude for language skills. Technical communication is an umbrella term used for all forms of technical or specialized writing, which provides useful technical knowledge and information on a given subject, field, or area. Technical writing itself is an umbrella term that includes a wide range of technical writings such as applications, articles, brochures, collaborative writing, content management, correspondence, cover letters, executive summaries, frequently asked questions, reports, manuals, narration, newsletter, articles, notes, organizational blogs, outlines, presentations, questionnaires, resumes, specifications, memos, email, internet posts, to highlight just a few. It is difficult to provide a fixed definition of technical communication in writing, as it encompasses a wide range or types, forms, and demands of communication, which is constantly growing and expanding with the progress of time. So now let us discuss technical writing versus general writing to see how the two are different from each other. By now, it is evident that technical communication necessitates technical writing that specializes in a particular area or field with an objective style and approach to provide sufficient ideas and information to the reader at the receiving end. Whereas, general writing encompasses all kinds of writing, which are subjective in style and approach towards any subject or topic under the sun. General writing includes a wide range of writing, such as the various genres and subgenres of literary narratives, ranging from autobiography, biography, diary, drama, essay, letters, novel, novella, poetry, prose, and short story, including creative writing among others. While technical writing requires the writer to have a sound knowledge of the concerned technical or specialized area, it also requires him or her to be skillful in writing for the lay reader in an easy and interesting manner. Only then a piece of technical writing will be well received by those readers who may not be well versed with the know-hows or the technical knowledge in a particular field or understand technical terms and aspects. Whereas general writing, which reflects various subjects, aspects, emotions, life experiences, exposures, events, and the everyday, among others, is more free-flowing, expressive, and easily comprehensible for the general readers. Most readers can effortlessly relate to or easily grasp the content of general writings that also includes any form of literary and creative writings. Thus, you will find that it is for a good reason that a general writer or author is considered different from a technical writer. Technical writing is different from general writing due to its forms, types, requirements, style, approach, and practice. As Philippe Laplante mentions in technical writing, there is no fixed definition of technical writing as such. However, for the ease of reference, it helps to distinguish technical writing from non-technical writing, which according to him lies in its quote-unquote precision and intent. In this work, Laplante draws an apt reference to Montgomery and Plunk's 1988 model, in which technical writing is divided into the following categories: pedagogical orientation, theoretical orientation, and professional orientation. Further, professional orientation is divided into scientific writing, technical reporting, business communication, and electronic media, as also mentioned in an updated version of the model. Let us try to gain an idea on these clustered categories of technical writing for our own easy reference. Technical writing, which has a pedagogical orientation, is meant for the purpose of teaching and instruction. Theoretically oriented technical writing is designed for the broad area of research work. And professionally oriented technical writing is more to do with providing technical knowledge, information, and expertise in various specialized fields or areas. Further, as the term suggests, scientific writing is dedicated to the various academic fields of the advanced sciences. Technical reporting focuses on various types of formal reporting or report making, depending on the requirement and purpose of documentation. In addition, business communication involves a range of business writings, correspondences, and technical presentations, and writing for electronic media aims at professional presentation of news and information within a given time frame. Now let us come to some of the features of technical writing. Precision in terms of the information and ideas presented is one of the most important aspects of technical writing. The purpose or intent is an important feature of technical writing. Technical writing necessitates specialized knowledge on a given subject, field, or area. Technical writing takes up an objective approach to the subject and style of presentation. Such writing is directed towards creating an intellectual, analytical, critical, or logical rather than understanding. Technical writing is concise and therefore written to the point and in simplified style. Technical writing generally follows a structured format of writing depending on its type, form, requirement, technique, and its general practice. The tone of technical writing is formal in general. Technical writing is written in an easily comprehensible manner. Even a lay reader must be able to grasp what the writer intends to get across to the reader. Technical writing must be completely error-free. It must be free from any form of mistakes, errors, or misinformation. Such issues in technical writing can create confusion, misinterpretation, unnecessary problems, controversial situations, or even have legal implications as well. Moreover, Philippe Laplante mentions a list of 5 C's with regard to the qualities of good technical writing. These qualities are correct, clear, complete, consistent, changeable. These should be reflected in good technical writing. Although technical writing is of various types, forms, or categories, yet these general features will enable the learner to have a clear idea on the characteristics and requirements of such writing. While highlighting the best practices of precision and clarity in technical writing, Laplante highlights some of the important points for every technical writer. And this will require you to use active, not passive voice, use bullet lists to emphasize points and break up content, to chunk information into logical groups, to use clear and short words and phrases, to be consistent in your terminology, to use emphasis sparingly but effectively, to avoid foreign words and phrases, to use gender-neutral language, to avoid humor, and to use the imperative mood to talk to your user in the second person. Also, it is important to keep it simple, to avoid negatives, to stay in the present, to give your user instructions in the form of procedures, to use the serial comma, to avoid the word should. Now, we come to requirements of functional grammar for technical writing. You have already gone through various aspects of grammar in the previous modules. So in this module, we shall just touch up some of the functional aspects of grammar together with punctuation. The grammatical rules determine the proper construction and usage of both spoken and written language. Have you ever come across a piece of writing that is full of grammatical errors or problems of sentence construction? It is simply difficult to read and appreciate such a piece of writing because it does not meet the basic requirements or even the standard prescription of grammar. Any piece of writing, whether it is general writing or technical writing, it must be grammatically correct, reflect proper use of punctuation, use relatively good vocabulary, as well as contain coherent sentences and paragraphs, all of which characterizes a good written text. A written text must be grammatically correct, reflecting both precision and clarity. The Handbook of Technical Writing mentions, quote-unquote, to achieve clarity, you need to know both grammar as a description of the way words work together and the conventions of usage. Knowing the conventions of usage helps you select the appropriate over the inappropriate word of expression. As you may be already familiar with the various aspects of English grammar, only some of the basic grammatical points will be highlighted in the module for technical writing. Firstly, it is important to be thorough with the parts of speech that give proper meaning to a sentence, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Here is a list of the same, and you'll find the definitions with examples. Also, punctuation is an integral part of grammar in general and written language in particular. Here is a list of the punctuation marks indicated within the brackets that are used in a piece of written text. Here is a sample text that indicates the proper use of punctuation marks. The extract shows some of the common punctuation marks in a written text. You could pick up any published work to see for yourself how properly punctuated texts provide the readers with a flow of reading. Now we come to online communication. As we live in the modern world of technology and advancement, we must adapt ourselves to both our personal and professional needs of effectively communicating online. We can easily make our presence felt, our voices heard, and our words shared through the internet and its resources. In today's context, it is necessary to acquire the skills of online communication as much as offline communication. An individual must be comfortable communicating live on the internet as much as he or she should be skilled in communicating through posts, emails, chats, blogs, and reviews, to just mention a few. While some consider online communication to involve only the modes of live online communication, such as internet telephony or various online platforms, offline communication is considered to involve communication through emails, blogs, reviews, etc. So this is how some critics define online and offline communication. Perhaps this is due to the fact that through live online communication, the communicators can literally see each other in real time. For example, the use of Skype, Zoom, Google Hangout, WebEx, or FaceTime, among others. On the other hand, the communicators need not be live or visible online while typing emails, reviewing, blogging, or chatting, etc. Nevertheless, for the ease of our reference and explanation, we shall briefly touch upon both online and offline communication together without necessarily separating the two. You may refer your TLM for details of the same. I'll just highlight the brief history and also present the scope and development of online communication. While discussing the ways in which technology has been evolving, Roger Saul mentions how the telegraph first arrived in the year 1831, followed by the invention of telephone in 1849. And ever since, the world has been continuously progressing at a rapid pace, which is evident in the current advanced technology. Stating that the internet changed the way the world communicates, Saul writes thus, quote unquote, since the mid-1990s, the internet has had a revolutionary impact on communication, including the rise of near-instant communication by electronic mail, instant messaging, voice-over protocol, telephone calls, discussion forums, blogs, and social networking. Further, he mentions how the world communicates much differently than it did before, whether it is through the use of email, wearable technology such as hands-free mobile headset, platforms of virtual reality, or the fifth generation or 5G mobile network, among others. All of these means and forms of communication are in the process of change and headed towards further development. In fact, we are at a phase where artificial intelligence is set to further impact the way the world communicates. Today, can we imagine going about our day-to-day lives with the sudden disappearance of the internet? You may also ask yourself that even as the internet has invaded almost all aspects of our life, can we wish it away? After all, it is the day and age of information and technology. Online technologies have come a long way since it began with the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, in short ARPANET, in 1969. This communication network was credited by the United States Department of Defense and was limited to a set of scientists in 4 different universities sharing data and information. This was followed by a broader network named National Science Foundation, that is NSFNET, in 1987, which eventually paved a way for social media platforms in 1997. Did you ever imagine that online communication through social media could also have a history of its own? Today, it is common for people to communicate or keep in touch with their friends, family, colleagues, and acquaintances through the social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. There are also other such platforms through which people share ideas, opinions, pins, videos, etc., such as Twitter, Reddit, Snapchat, Pinterest, and TikTok. Blogs or weblogs have become another creative way of communicating and making our presence felt in the public domain. It was the launch of the live journal publishing site and a launch of the blogger publishing platform of Pyro Labs in 1999 that blogs became the new age practice. The learner shall find a scope of engaging in technical, general, or even creative writing through writing blogs, although it is more elaborate than the posts typed for the social media. If you could use the internet to your advantage for developing your own space as a blogger, that is, as a person who writes blogs or is engaged in blogging, then you could also make a difference to the world around. The Handbook of Technical Writing describes blogs as a, quote-unquote, a web-based journal in which bloggers can post entries displayed from the most recent to the initial posting that express opinions, provide information, and respond to other bloggers on subjects of mutual interest. Blogs are a common form of online communication, which are on a wide range of topics or subjects that are both beneficial and resourceful to the larger online readership. Also, organizational blogs that provide detailed organizational product or other necessary information are written by professional technical writers, which is easily accessed online by executives, employees, the clientele, and other such stakeholders. While discussing the significant entry of semiotics technology, which has given rise to the popularity of smileys as a quick way of expression, a textbook of scientific and technical communication writing provides a list of common symbols as you can see. The learner will know that we use these symbols almost every minute in our day-to-day online communication. Also, we tend to use abbreviations when we are communicating online. For instance, PFA to mean please find attachment, or LOL to mean laughing out loud. In this regard, Sharma also provides a list of abbreviated terms that are quite commonly as well as frequently used in everyday online communication, as you can see. Content writing for the internet shall require the concerned writers to gain a thorough knowledge on a particular subject or area and to present the same in a concise, informative, and interesting manner. As online readers are quick readers and have a limited span of interest, in general, online content must be well formed and presented in a reader-friendly manner. Here, the technical writing skills that we had discussed earlier shall play an important part. Always make it a point to use the inverted pyramid style while writing for the web, as it shall highlight the provided information in order of importance and also engage the online readers. You may also be well aware of the wide scope and development of both online and offline communication. You could also figure your own set of interests to carve a niche for yourself through its various means and modes. The social media has turned into an online marketing industry that thrives on proper networking. Many businesses are also flourishing online today. The online or virtual space provides for a diverse set of professional engagements depending on one's skills and interests. Nowadays, many youngsters are interested to develop a career as an online influencer, tutor, counselor, or trainer, thereby also making their presence felt in a virtual space. In the same way, many are interested in online content writing, blogging, online editing or proofreading, web development, and online marketing, among others. Since we are focused on technical writing in this module, we have laid an emphasis on the skills required for content writing and blogging, which have been discussed earlier. Although there are many advantages of online communication today, yet it is important to remember that there are certain disadvantages and downsides to it as well. However, if we focus on the advantages, online communication has enabled and empowered the lives of people across the world. Online communication has made way for the creation of online interactions, online spaces, communities, networks, tools, and applications, among a host of other advantages for its global users. The world is now a smaller place and more accessible through the internet, and anyone, anywhere can connect and communicate through the platforms of online technology. After going through this module, you should now be familiar with the technical communication and the types and features of technical writing. Also, you will be able to highlight the differences between technical and general writing. Besides, the module provides a concise idea on the grammatical components of technical writing along with a note on punctuation. Technical writing requires precision and clarity in all aspects. It is effective only when it can clearly get across its specialized content, even to the lay reader. As online and offline communication is part of technical communication, you will also gain a detailed idea on the various tips and techniques of the same. Today, with the click of the mouse or a quick press of a search button, anyone can gain access to a world of knowledge and information in an instant, simply anywhere and at any time. With the surfacing of the World Wide Web, the world is inevitably connected through various modes of online and offline communication, which have been effectively discussed in this module. In the next module, we shall discuss report and proposal writings and business correspondence through English. You would do well to reflect on the following set of questions after going through this module. Question number 1. Why is writing important? Question number 2. Discuss the terms technical communication and technical writing in your own words. Question number 3. How is technical writing different from general writing? Question number 4. Describe some of the characteristic features of technical writing. Question number 5. What are some of the important grammatical aspects to be noted in technical writing? Question number 6. What is online communication? Question number 7. Explain some of the various types of online writing. Thank you, dear learners, and I wish you all the best. See you again.